Okay, my name is Kyunga Tenzin Doji, more popularly known as Soup. I'm a person of multiple backgrounds in the sense that I do many things, including catching flies. Okay, so I'm a journalist by profession actually, and by training. But yeah, I'm a musician as well. And lately I've moved into the entrepreneurial space. And this restaurant, Phallus Palace, is my first entrepreneurial venture. Many people across the world who've come to Bhutan or know about Bhutan will tell you that Bhutan is a living museum. We don't consciously promote our culture. I mean, we don't need to. It's just there in the way we live. However, there are certain aspects of our culture that are a lot more complicated, perhaps a lot more nuanced. And the phallus is certainly amongst one of those cultural symbols that's widely misunderstood or otherwise treated more trivially than it should be. It's a rather profound concept or profound symbol, and so I figured, why not take something challenging? My interest was more in my own culture and how I could find a way to promote our own culture. And obviously, once I had a theme like this, which is themed around the phallus, which is a very culturally Bhutanese symbol, I can't have burgers and fries and stuff like that, right? I could have gone the route or the route of the usual tourist establishments, but I figured, why do that? Why not take something more challenging? Phallus was the perfect symbol because just like the symbol itself, just like the people who are associated with it, such as Nama Drupakinle, they were highly misunderstood. And the phallus by itself also is therefore that sort of a symbol. It can be misunderstood, it can be seen as vile, but in our cultural belief, in our religious belief, it's far more complicated than that. It is actually something quite sublime. And if you delve deeply into it, the phallus, as we know, is a symbol that wards off evil. It brings good fortune. All of that is associated with this. Now, if you look at the example set by Drupakinle himself, he was a highly unconventional person who believed that the Dharma could be taught in different ways, that you didn't need to be celibate. I decided against a lot of advice, especially from family members who said, no, this is pornography. But it's like Drupakinle himself, he was so misunderstood also. His teachings might have been very misunderstood as well at his time. So I figured, why not take up a challenge? Why not take something that's not immediately comprehensible? So I expected that sort of response. But I figured, it's going to be a lot more interesting this way. Why do something that's tried and tested and done before? Why not do something that's more of a challenge and something that's a lot more interesting? Most people who come here, they just want to try Bhutanese food. The foreigners who come here, they want to try Bhutanese food. And then it's down to what they want to try. Depending on what we have on our menu, that's what we offer. But the presentation, as you might have noticed, even our plates are phallus shaped. I think there is a unique place for Bhutanese cuisine. I also believe that Bhutanese cuisine is unique, very unique. And it's probably more infamous than it is famous. For being extra spicy and hot. So I figured, why not? Since my establishment is spicy and hot, why not have food that's spicy and hot? I think, frankly speaking, foreigners are a lot more comfortable here than our own people. Foreigners come here with a genuine sense of curiosity and a genuine sense of wanting to learn more. So when they see something like this, I get people who've come here from India, from Bulgaria, from Chile, who've heard about this restaurant. Where's the phallus restaurant? And they've told their guides, yeah, I want to go to the phallus restaurant. They are genuinely interested. And once they come to understand what the symbol stands for also, I don't think they have a problem coming here, even if they are with their families, with their children.
What makes Bhutan a little different from all the countries that I visited is that Bhutan really preserves its culture a lot, its traditions a lot. And this is something that I can see, not just in architecture, but also in terms of the food they have. In terms of Bhutanese culture and lifestyle, the thing that left the greatest impression was how people seem to experience life a little bit more, take things a little bit slowly. They experience, day-to-day basis, what they want to do and all that. The hospitality that I feel in this country that differs from all the other countries that I've visited is that they ensure that the customer comes first. And even if a dish is not on the menu, they will go to great lengths. They will actually try to customize something for the customer. So that's really taking into consideration the customer and what their interests are. I think the other kind of cuisines in Bhutan that are good as well, a lot of it has chili inside, but a lot of them also have cheese inside. So they actually pair cheese with different vegetables, cheese, with meat as well. So it's a very unique thing for me coming from where I came from. The Phallus Palette restaurant is a very interesting restaurant. When I first stepped in, I didn't know that there were so many phalluses around, and I was very surprised to see all these huge giant phalluses. But after a while, I've gotten used to it, and actually I find it interesting that there's actually some stories behind it.
Bhutan remains one of these last bastions where the phallus is still revered as a sacred and spiritual symbol. Anybody who comes here will understand that this is not just a gimmick. This is a place where we genuinely try and appreciate the symbol for what it is. And we celebrate the great people like Tupac-Inle who are associated with this symbol. I need to say that as much as this is an entrepreneurial venture, it's also a social experiment. I decided that I would face the music. I knew that when I opened up a place like this, I would have mixed reactions. In fact, my own sister was saying, don't do this, this is pornography, But I expected that sort of reaction. And I welcome it as well. So there are some people who understand the concept and take favorably to it, and there are some people who don't get it. I hope I can contribute to dispelling the misunderstanding and the confusion behind the phallus, but I do really think it is one of these symbols that requires a lot more appreciation. Let me also add that I had a couple come here on their first date. This girl, the young girl and a young boy. And in the middle of that date, the boy, he escaped. They were indoors. He came here into the veranda, out here on the veranda, and he told me, "Oh, she placed the chicks to wear. So it serves multiple purposes, man. So undo benefits of this place." So I would say this is Phallus Palettes. It's a place where we celebrate the phallus. Just come.